What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Playmaker Way with the playbook. Hope you're having a great day, morning, or evening. And y'all read the title, man. The exact steps to become a profitable trader in 2025. Now, this is your first time on the channel. Welcome. I appreciate giving this video a chance. Make sure to hit that bell and sub button because we don't just post weekly videos like this, but we also post weekly stock, crypto, and altcoin analysis, as well as we live stream live trade every day, London session 3 a.m. EST on this very same channel. So I want to give a special shout out not only to members and students, but those out in the live stream yesterday. We didn't go live today. I was having technical difficulties, but you can check the day right here. You go to Thursday's London session live stream. We did not only break down this GJ setup, but enter this trade during the live stream. Not only did all TVs get hit, as you can see when I go into the advanced play signal room, but we ate. We caught a total of 170 pips, 1 to 3, almost 1 to 4 risk reward ratio setup, which means whatever risk we made over 3 times that amount. So I would have risked $100, I would have made over $300. If I would have risked $1,000, I would have made over $3,000 on this one trade alone. Now, in this video, like the title says, we're going to be going over the exact steps to become a profitable trader. So before we get into this video, you think this video is going to help you become a get rich quick scheme or start making bread instantly? That's not how this thing works. It's a day-by-day process, but this is definitely going to help you avoid the mistakes I had to make, because I had to learn all this stuff the hard way, aka on my own, through trial and error. Now, the first thing you have to understand before we get into this works on everything. It doesn't just work on Forex or GJ. This works on also crypto, stocks, options, metals, gold, anything with the charts and candlesticks. This strategy works on, okay? So now that that's out the way, this is the first thing you need to understand. This is the reality check. You do not control the markets. There's only 3 things you control. And this is what I tell my members and students all the time. You control when you enter a trade, you control when you exit a trade, and you control how much you risk per trade. So now that you understand you do not control the markets, you need to understand that it's important to always know what is taking place on the charts. In order to do that, that means you need to learn how to read the charts. Now, again, you look at my charts, there's no indicators, no trend lines. All I do is read simply the charts and mark off my key price levels. And this is what I teach my members and students behind the scenes as well. And again, this is very important because, again, you take a trade based on the charts. You lose money, you make money based on the charts. And the confusion is also based on the charts. So many people are putting their hard-earned money on the lines and into these markets, but don't know what's going on at all. And the second they are in drawdown, or the second they lose a trade, they get upset. But the upsetness is coming from, I just made that word up, by the way, is coming from the lack of understanding. Versus if you know how to read the charts, you understand what's taking place, a lot of that stress is out the window. So this is the first thing I do when I do my one-on-one sessions, and the first thing I go over in the course is how to read the charts. And I got plenty of videos on my YouTube channel. You go to my playlist, day trading tips. I got a bunch of videos. I literally just dropped a video last week going over how to identify the trend. I got videos of supply, demand, support, resistance, all that good stuff. So make sure to check out that playlist. So again, you need to understand how to read the charts. I'm gonna throw in some extra sauce and free game for y'all. So make sure to like this video and take notes. There's only 2 things price can do. It can either go up or go down. So as your job as a trader, okay, an investor likely do, because again, we are investors. We are not gamblers. A lot of people say trading is risky. Trading is not risky. You are just being risky. A lot of people say trading is gambling. Trading is not gambling. You are just gambling. Okay. What I teach is to go for high probability, high quality setups, which is why our win rate is so high, as well as why our wins on each trade, the amount of pips we catch and stuff like that, is so high as well. Right? Like, look at the GJ setup we took. We literally caught the entire daily candlestick for the day. Well, we missed this part, but we caught literally 3/4 of the candlestick for the day. So we was able to not only catch a huge move, but predict the direction price was going for the entire day. You see what I'm saying? And that's the power of understanding how to read the charts. Again, you see we enters at 3:51 a.m. We go here, this was 350 candlestick. You can see here, this was 10 a.m., right? Then price retraced 12 o'clock. And then this is how price was looking when markets closed. So literally we caught the entire drop for the entire day by following this simple fundamentals of how the charts work. Now, the next thing you need to understand is you got to have a game plan. All right, you have to have a game plan. You can't just be like, I want to make $100 a day, or I want to make 20% a week, right? I get questions all the time like, hey, how can I make $100? How can I make $500 a day? And my first response is, what is your account size, right? You got to have a game plan. You got to know how much you plan to put into your account. You got to know how much you plan to risk per trade. You got to know how many trades you're trying to take per day. You got to have a game plan, right? You got to know what exactly you're trying to do, because when you come in with the game plan instead of winging it, again, you're making more sound decisions, you're a lot more confident, and you're not going to be making a lot of mistakes, because again, you came with the game plan, you came prepared. All right, so you need to understand how to read the charts. You got to have a game plan, and this is really important as well, right? You want to think percentages, not whole numbers. Okay, you want to think percentages and not whole numbers. Those percentages will then turn into whole numbers. All right, again, you want to think percentages, not whole numbers. So once you understand how to read the charts, once you have a game plan, you know how much you're going to be putting into your broker, you know what session you want to trade, you know what days you're trading, you know how many trades you're taking per day. Then it comes the next step, which is the simple math, right? Like I was talking about, you want to think percentages, not numbers, but you also need to put in that math, right? So again, first thing you need to understand is you need to understand how to count pips, right? These numbers, these values, these are pips when it comes to day trading, right? So you need to understand how to count pips, right? And then once you understand how to count pips, then you need to understand how to properly calculate your lot size. Now, if you're a member of student, make sure to go into the student member group chat and click the pinned video. I go over all that, but most brokers, they actually kind of come with calculators now to kind of help you out with that stuff. So that's a bonus on that part. Well, once you also understand how to calculate your lot size, then comes the most important part, which is risk to reward. Now, we talked about that in the beginning of the video when we talked about this setup, right? The risk to reward is going to tell you how much you're making potentially from this trade, right? So this is showing me that if this goes from point A all the way to point B, I'm going to make over 3 times whatever I am risking. So what I tell the members and students is you want to always go for a 1 to 2 to 1 to 3 minimum risk ratio setup, which is very possible, right? You see this 1 to 8, 1 to 8, 1 to 9, 1 to 5, 1 to 2, 1 to almost 2, right? 1 to 4, 1 to 5, 1 to 3, 1 to 2. So it's very possible to find 1 to 2, 1 to 3 minimum risk ratio setup. Now, the reason why I say go for 1 to 2, 1 to 3 minimum risk ratio setup is because that way you'll be able to cancel out any of your losses, right? Because think about it, it's simple math. If I'm risking the same amount every single trade and I'm going for a 1 to 2 to 1 to 3 minimum risk ratio setup, if I lose one trade, all it takes is one winning trade to cancel out that loss, right? If I lose 2 trades, all it takes is one trade to cancel out those 2 losses, right? So you always want to make sure your wins are bigger than your losses. So really quick, I want you to go to y'all's trade history. If you see way more red than green or blue, that's an issue. But I want you to pay attention to your losses compared to your wins. If your losses are canceling out more than 1 or 2 of your wins, that is a problem. It's most likely because you're not properly calculating your lot size, but it's also probably because you're not going for consistent risk ratio setups. All right, now obviously there's a lot more that goes into all of these, but this is just something to get y'all started and work on. Right now, again, I'll talk about this and much more behind the scenes in the course of one-on-one sessions. So you're interested in that stuff, you can DM me on Instagram or hit those links in the description. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below any questions, comments, concerns you may have. Make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free signal free Telegram. If you're interested in how to identify these levels, my signal service, my mentorship program. Again, look how accurate these levels are, y'all. It's called the playbook for a reason. Make sure to hit those links in the description. But before you make a decision, let me tell you a little bit about those details. Advanced Play Signal, we trade Tokyo session exclusively with the members. We trade London session and then New York. Just like the Sunday chart analysis I drop in the free signal, I drop one every day during New York session called the New York Price Watch List. This is where I go over the trades we took during Tokyo session, London session, and possible setups going into New York. I don't just say we're looking for buys or looking for sells. I explain why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells, and then I take it a step further and go over key price points to look for entries and exits on. As you can see here, I call this signal. You see I'm walking y'all through what's going on with the trades we're in. I'm giving y'all updates to what I talked about in the New York Price Watch List. And then of course you see me showing y'all screenshots to visually show y'all what's going on behind the scenes, or what I see on my end behind the scenes. All right, we also have exclusive live streams that we go live during New York news events at least twice a week. And just like the London session lives, if you missed the live, they're recorded and posted in here so you can watch them when you get a chance. You have access to over 500 videos of daily chart analysis and weekly live streams. And in fact, you have access to even the ones last year in 2022. Then there's also the pinned messages like the account size key, the student and member group chat, and much more. Now, I also have the course, of course. The course doesn't just teach you my trading strategy, it also teaches you how to read the charts, because that's what I teach y'all. You saw I had no indicators, no trend lines. It's simply just market flow and trading and entering and exiting off key price levels. Now, all the stuff that I just went over, you get access to all that stuff in the course channel. So that way, not only do you have the step-by-step playbook of how to look and read any chart at all times, but you have ongoing chart analysis, ongoing education for life. Now, I also have one-on-one sessions. One-on-one sessions also comes with access to the advanced play signal room and the student member group chat. That way you can earn while you learn, but then you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded an hour long, but you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded and are an hour long, and they're sent to you same day. Those are yours to keep for life. So if you're interested in that, hit those links in the description. If y'all want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram at playmaker_way. Also, make sure to follow me on there, and TikTok _playmakerway_. I post daily on both pages. And I'll see y'all next time I'm live or next time I post a video. Peace. We out.